So let us start with the session. So we'll be discussing about idea generation and the sources of idea generation. So we'll be discussing about that today. So we have not taken such a session earlier. So I want you to attend this session till the end of the whole session. You'll be getting a lot of insights. So let us start. So see, we have already discussed about a framework which we are following, StrategicAlpha Framework. So in that framework, there is a funnel wherein once we get the universe of ideas, those ideas are filtered and put together to find one of the rare ideas. But first and foremost, because in earlier times I have discussed about screener only, but today I'll be discussing about all those sources through which we'll be getting different ideas, through which, because unless and until you have at least 50 to 100 good ideas, and then only out of that 100 ideas you can pick some 5 to 10 good ideas, really investable ideas. So we need to first, to create this whole universe, only screener cannot be useful. So there will be a lot of sources through which we will be generating the idea. So we'll be discussing all about that. So what and why is the need of idea generation? What and why of idea generation? So why there is a need to constantly look for new ideas? The biggest reason for that is, in the same portfolio itself, in our same portfolio itself, there might be some stocks wherein we might not have that much conviction. So constantly to get some high conviction ideas in order to replace your older ideas and keep your portfolio up to date with all high conviction names, constantly we need to search for new ideas. Because when you search for new ideas and when you start understanding that, it will help you increase your circle of competence. It will help you increase your circle of competence. And as I said, that to know more in depth about the business in the same circle of competence, there might be cases where we might think that I know and understand the business well, but when we understand different cases in the same circle of competence stocks, we will come to know a whole lot of new facets which will be helpful in your investing journey. Because no matter what, how much you study, still there will be something which will be left. So because of the same reason, looking for new ideas and understanding, because whenever you are reading annual report, whenever you are reading Concall report, whenever you are listening to management interviews, you get more knowledge about that business. And it's like polishing. It's like sharpening your axe. And I say that I believe in, I have this book, Atomic Habits, but Atomic Habits, being 1% wiser every day, will take you to the level of compounding in a way that if you just try to improve on a daily basis and sharpen your axe over the 1, 2, 3, 4 years, you will become unbeatable. For the same reason, we need to constantly research new ideas to understand the business. It will help you understand the business where you have been already invested. Because it might not be the case where you might not like the idea to invest in that, but through whenever you were researching about that company, you got to know more about that industry which you were not knowing earlier. So to sharpen your axe, 1% improvement on a daily basis, this is what I follow. And as I said, that finding replacements for not so great ideas which we are already holding. Because when we had bought those, at that point of time, it would have been it would be in a category of great ideas. But sometime later, once you have understood the opportunity, once you have invested, once you have been with that stock, once you have been with that business, sooner or later you understand that it's not that great what you thought earlier. So that's why it helps you constantly to improvise on your strategy, constantly improvise on your conviction, and as and when there is a change in conviction, it will help you take that decision. So there is a need of constantly looking for new ideas, because a lot of people continuously ask me, why are you burning midnight oil all the time and searching for new ideas? It is very much important, the reason which I have explained. So once all the ideas, means all the universe of ideas comes, this is what I follow. This is what I follow, and I have explained this in the workshop, that what is the process which I follow. So if through all the sources, whatever the ideas will come, I'll be using these all funnels to filter out the high conviction idea. From the universe of ideas, I'll be using circle of competence, then promoter check filter, then there will be a financial stability filter, then there will be a value filter, and there will be a near term trigger filter. So all those matching together, it will give you a high conviction idea. So this is what I follow. So today we are going to discuss about this thing, that first and foremost, how to find those universe of ideas, because there are 6,000 stocks listed on Indian stock exchanges. If you keep on studying each stock, it will take long years. It might take decades for you to understand the whole basket. So that's why it is very much important to create that universe of ideas first. There might be handy 250 to 300 names through which you'll filter out these, and you might get 5 to 10 high conviction stocks. So this is the process which I follow. Apart from that, so I have explained you the Strategic Alpha Framework. I have explained that in detail in our workshop. So if you have not heard about me explaining about Strategic Alpha Framework, you can attend my workshop on techno value investing, which will help you understand more about this Strategic Alpha Framework, which I use. So now let us look at the sources. Now let us look at the sources. There are 10 sources which I'll be discussing today, and there will be one bonus source, and through which I find out the universe of ideas. So first is social media, second is reports, all kinds of annual reports and all. Third is investing, trading events, networking. Fourth is corporate announcement, BSE corporate announcement. Fifth is earning breakout. Sixth is merger demerger announcements, fundamental screeners, technical screeners, management interviews, and conference calls. And there will be one bonus which I'll be discussing. So in social media, what all are the touch points through which you can start getting the source, means of ideas, and you can research about those ideas. So first and foremost, when I talk about social media, it's Value Picker. So Value Picker is a forum of like-minded investors, which is co-founded by Ayush Mittal and Pratyush Mittal. He's a part in that, and he's responsible for that whole success what Value Picker community has created. Because I've been following this Value Picker forum from past around 10 years now. Since 2012, I've been following this. So Value Picker forum, I'll just open that. You'll be able to understand what kind of website it is. So this is Value Picker forum. So all the stock stories, it's like crowdsourcing kind of a forum wherein people can put their views, they can put their analysis, they can put their studies at one place. What you need to do is, here Value Picker forum, once you open forum.valuepicker.com, there is a name, there is a search bar. If you just search here, like for example, I just searched Ganesh Housing. So I've just opened, because this is what the article which I wrote in April 2018. So I wrote this article here in Value Picker forum. So anyone can create a thread. So I created this thread anyone can create a thread, and they can post their analysis, assessment, whatever it might be. And below that, people might add on their comments. A lot of other people who have researched the same thing. So it's like it becomes very easier for the people if the crowdsourcing happens, because you cannot get all the information at once. It's very difficult for a single person. So value picker forum will help you do that, and even it will help you understand others people's perspective on that opportunity and all those things. So this is one of the website which I follow from social media. Then there is a website called as Multiple. This is a recent startup, and it's a mobile based app through which you can register. Here you can put the mobile number, your display number, and you'll get a OTP. And it's same like it's a forum, same like value picker. It's a forum same like value picker. So this is the website multiple.com, multiple.co. Next comes Telegram. So there are few Telegram channels. First and foremost, I don't follow many Telegram channels, but there are very few Telegram channels which I follow. But one of the Telegram channel is like, this is long-term fundamental. I'm just opening that link. Fundamental study long-term. This is the channel, fundamental study long term. Here on a daily basis, there will be few news, whatever the fundamental news about any company, it will be putting here. This channel will be putting here, because I think it's a bot which collects the information from various sources and it puts that at one place. So this is one thing which can help you, because it can at least help you get the relevant information. So, but I follow only one channel. Apart from this, I don't follow anything. Now, the next source. So these were all about social medias. So these were all social medias which I follow for any idea generation, through which I use it as a source of idea. Now, from the reports front, there are annual reports. I read annual reports, around 150 annual reports on an annual basis, and through which I get to understand more about the industry. I get to understand more about the company. I get to understand more about the competition and all those things, because in any annual report, they would have given especially the leaders, like JK Paper is a leader in paper segment. So if you go and read annual report of JK Paper, you'll get a whole industry scenario and all those things. And if you don't know how to read annual report, I've made a YouTube video on how to read annual report. You can go through that. Now, next thing comes credit rating reports. So through annual reports, from one annual report, even you might get a link to a second company in the same industry. So it might be a source of generation of idea. Now, after annual reports, there comes credit rating reports, because through credit rating reports, what happens is you might get, because this is a case of Balkrishna Paper Mills Limited. When you go through the numbers on screeners, you will say that this is the worst company, having negative net worth and all those things. But unless and until I read that annual credit report, I didn't understand that having so much debt is not a cause of concern for BPML. Because after I read BPML Balkrishna Paper Mill credit report, credit rating report, I understood that the parent is very strong and they have given BB plus rating for BB stable, CRISIL A4 plus. The reason for that is strong parentage. Reason for that was strong parentage. So this is what I read. So this is how rating report, CRISIL rating report looks like. So here you can see, even though the company is bad in shape from the revenue front, from the profit front, still they have given good rating. BB plus, A4 plus is a good rating. Now, this is one of the source through which you might get ideas. Now comes DRHPs, draft red herring prospectus. So just whenever a company files for an IPO, just whenever a company files for an IPO, they have to bring this DRHPs, draft red herring prospectus, wherein they would have given all the details about their business. They would have given all the details about their competition. It's same like annual report, but here it is more comprehensive. So there is one link in Screener. If you are using screener.in, so there is a link here. Screener.in, in screener.in, on the downside, if you just open any company, like I have opened HDFC AMC here, HDFC AMC here, on the bottom side, there is a link for DRHP. So whenever I click for DRHP, it takes me to draft red herring prospectus when for that company when the IPO came, just before the IPO came. So prospectus here in this case, it is July 28, 2018. July 28, 2018 for HDFC AMC. You can get a lot of information about the industry and about the company and all those things. After DRHPs, you can also go through a research report. So these are the equity research report which I look for. One is Equirus and second is Alpha Invesco. I would especially would like to talk about Alpha Invesco. Equirus is available on Trendylin. If you search any company, if there is a report available from Equirus, you'll be able to get that. But Alpha Invesco, this is a blog which I follow on Alpha Invesco. Alpha Invesco is an advisory, and this is a blog which I follow on Alpha Invesco, wherein they have given industry specific articles. If you go through the articles here, there is an article on banking, there is an article on cement, there is an article on fertilizer, food. If I just open metals, see. So understanding how how Indian steel industry works. So these might be the sources for idea generation, because here when you are reading that whole structure about the industry, in that you will get to know that JSW Steel is the most efficient player and Steel Authority is the least efficient player. This is what the information which you got by reading this. So this can be a source of idea generation, because you got to understand that JSW Steel is the most efficient and SAIL is the least efficient manufacturer of steel. So all those reports, apart from that, there is an article on banking, there is an article on economy, there is an article on fertilizer. It will help you increase your circle of competence. It will help you increase your in-depth understanding about that sector. So this is what I recommend. So after equity research reports, one more source is investor presentations. So on screener.in, if you just open any company, below there will be a link for investor presentations. Now this was all about reports which I follow to generate any idea, because this is how I get ideas. You cannot get all the ideas from the screener itself. Most of the times you have to keep your eyes and ears open to get that high conviction idea. Otherwise we will lose, because screener.in is a mechanical tool wherein you put some queries and you can get some information. But the thing is, this is quantitative. But most of the ideas which are like recently Shankara Building Products, the stake which APL Apollo Tubes has taken in Shankara Building Products, it is more, it's not quantitative, it is qualitative item. So because of which it gave you idea, because this is the source of idea generation. Because earlier I was thinking that Shankara Building Product, I was not knowing that how this company will be able to scale up, but it became a high conviction idea because I went and read that announcement, and my conviction on Shankara increased. And if even if the conviction on Shankara has increased, it is also will be called as a source of idea generation. The reason for that is the whole landscape for that company has changed now. So this is how it will help you by reading all these things. Next point is attending the events. Like one of the event which we took was annual Strategic Alpha Symposium, wherein this annual Strategic Alpha Symposium aims at bringing all like-minded investors together who are following a common path. So this is the event which Strategic Alpha takes annually. But apart from that, there are other events like Traders Carnival, which recently happened in Goa in between 11th and 15th, Alila, the Goa. So this is where Traders Carnival happened. When you attend these kind of events, you will be able to get connected with the fellow investors and like-minded people, and you can network, and through that networking itself you also can discuss about a lot of your ideas which are high conviction. You can also discuss about their ideas, through which you will crowdsource the ideas, and you'll at least get to understand that what kind of themes are playing in markets, what other people are focusing on, what kind of ideas and all. And if it falls under your framework, you can make your own idea itself. So because stock market, there are 6,000, more than 6,000 stocks listed in on Indian stock exchanges. It is pretty difficult to work on ourselves on a single-handed path to generate any idea. So these kind of events might help you. Apart from that, there is one conclave which happens every now and then, every quarter, is Indian Investing Conclave. So if you, there is a website. Earlier it used to happen offline. Now it happens online. So recently, so 4th and 5th December 2021, recently this event happened, Indian Investing Conclave. So IIC is like Netflix for investors. This is what has been said by many value investors. Many of the investors, they have said that IIC is like Netflix for investors. So this is a website wherein you can understand about the businesses and the people and the thought process behind that. If you just click here, stock ideas. So there are a lot of stock ideas here. Some of them are paid, some of them are free. You can select here, show free sessions only. So if you just select here, you'll be able to understand, like even NCC. If you just click here and log in, that video will get open for you. That video will get open for you. So so many people have already, like Mr. Siddharth, they have already talked about this. So most of the ideas you will get to understand what other peoples are thinking, at least through this. And if it fits your criteria, anyway, it can be helpful for you. So these kind of events can be a source of idea generation. Next comes BSE Corporate Announcements. Now, either you can go to BSE website, in announcement section, you will find those BSE Corporate Announcement. But apart from that, screener.in recently has brought a tool, screener tool. If you just open that tool, it is called as announcement. Here in screener.in, if you are not a paid member, I don't know, I'm not sure whether you'll be able to access this, but for paid members it is accessible, I think, but I'm not sure. I have already logged in. So in the tool section, their latest announcements. So if you just go through that, I have created few tabs myself. EV or electric vehicle. So whatever the announcement which a company makes to Bombay Stock Exchange, if they have written EV or electric vehicle in their document, all those companies announcement, whatever they have done to BSE, all those companies will come here. So this becomes very important, because otherwise you will not get to know that what are the players in electric vehicle segment and all. So here I have created capacity or capex. So whoever talks about capex or capacity expansion in a communication to Bombay Stock Exchange, they have, if that letter contains capex or capacity expansion, it will show you all the letters. Like Vishnu Chemicals. If I just open this announcement, here they have given, see, Vishnu Barium Private Limited has completed brownfield expansion of state of the art plant at Sri Kalahasti. Capacity increases this expansion increases the capacity by 50%. So this is how you get to know about the capacity expansion and all those things. And we have tools today which was not available 10 years back, so we must make use of that. Here is one more announcement called as I have created this tab, demerger, for myself, because I am tracking on all these announcement, demergers, subsidies, capex, and EV. So if I just look at demergers, all those companies who have uploaded their document as a demerger and which the document contains demerger, you'll get to know about those companies. So this is, if I just open this Motherson Sumi, so Motherson Sumi is going through a demerger. One of the company called as Motherson Wires, Motherson Sumi Wiring India Limited is getting demerged from Motherson Sumi. So this is how you get to know about all those things. So this can be a source of idea generation. So screener tool which I use becomes a source of idea generation. Now there comes earnings breakouts. So here what you can do is, here also you can create a screener query wherein you just put that quarter on quarter earning growth which has blasted more than 30 to 40%. You can just show the screens, and if you put an alert on that, you'll get that alert in between 4 to 5 a.m. in the morning. Whenever any company falls under your criteria, you'll get a mail on your email about that criteria. So if I just show you my email, I'll just show you my email. First, I'll show you screener.in, what all the screens which I am following. So these are the screens which I have created. So these are the screens which I have created: rounding bottom with low market cap, nano cap multi mega baggers, low equity, low free float, rounding bottom, historical P 10 years. So if I just go on there and I have turned on the notifications. I have turned on the notifications, and whichever the companies will fall into this, and like one of my screen is nanocap multi-baggers. So nanocap multi-baggers is just showing one company today, but based on this criteria, in future whenever I'll be getting some companies, I'll be directly getting that alert in my mailbox. I'll show my mailbox how the screener alert looks like. So this is how screener alerts looks like. Screener.in updates low PE historical 10 years alert. See the timing, 5:39 a.m. in the morning. So 5:39 a.m. in the morning, new company which has got added to my criteria is Gokul Agro. So this is the only company which newly got added to that list. So the screener.in has automated that process and it has sent me in the early morning itself so that I can start working on this company. So if you create all these kind of automations, it will help you in saving time. Otherwise, it is pretty difficult to generate the ideas. So these are the announcements. This is how I use screener.in. Now there comes merger and demerger announcement, which I already explained on screener.in. But let us go through one more tool, which is Invest Karo India. Invest Karo India is a link. I'll share this link to you, everyone, after this session. This is a dashboard. Invest Karo India, this is a dashboard which keeps a track about all the upcoming special situations. It keeps a track about all the upcoming special situations. So like it's a crowdsourcing format, and here you will be able to see expected date. By expected date, Motherson Sumi is getting demerged into one more company is getting demerged, Motherson Wires. Aarti Industries, NMDC is still business to demerge. Timeline is September 2022. Edelweiss Financial Services demerger, wealth management arm is to demerge. Equitas Holdings, holding company with bank, holding company merging with the bank. Kamdenu Limited, paint business is getting demerged. Aurobindo Pharma, Aurobindo is rumored to demerge its injectable business. Dampur Sugar Mills, they will be demerging their chemical business. So all these, this is crowdsourcing. So all those what you want to track, this can be one dashboard wherein all the demergers can be tracked, because demergers can provide value unlocking opportunities. So having a track on that will help you. So Invest Pro India, I've explained that, and I'll share this link after this session. Apart from that, and if you this video will be uploaded on YouTube, and if you are watching this on YouTube, I'll be sharing a link in the description also. So screener new feature, which I already explained. This is the new feature which just now I explained about that. So this can become a source of idea. Now one more. So these are the announcement which I track through two tools, InvestCro India and Screener's new feature. Now there comes fundamental screeners. Fundamental screeners, first comes screener.in once again, which I have created this all screeners. One is NanoCap Mega Baggers. NanoCap Mega Baggers, here the screen which I am using, the query which I am using in NanoCap Mega Baggers is market cap to sales should be less than 0.25. Market cap should be less than 100. Promoter holding should be greater than 40%. Market capitalization should be higher than 5 crore. And 1 month average volume should be greater than 5,000 shares. Net profit should be higher than market cap. So this is the query which I have used to find out NanoCap Mega Baggers, and whenever a company falls into this criteria, it will show me for a further research, and through that I pick up any other new company. So this is one criteria which I use. Now there is one more, which is golden crossover. 50-day exponential moving average crossing 200-day exponential moving average. From the downside, it gives you a buy signal. So golden crossover is, these are all the companies which are falling under golden crossover. So this can be source of ideas. So once you, again, you can go through the fundamentals later, and then you understand that whether this company is good for me or not. That can be done at a later stage. Like other screens which I have explained, let us go through the other screen. You can create your own screens also, and there are popular themes also. There are popular themes which are created by other investors. Popular formulas like Coffee Can Portfolio by Saurabh Mukherjee, golden crossover, magic formula, then loss to profit companies. So if you want to watch all those screens, here there is a link to check all those screens. There are multiple screens which have been created by a lot of public. So one of the strategy is CanSlim. CanSlim strategy is for techno funda, techno value kind of investors. So CanSlim, it is created by Ganesh. If you just click there, so these are all the companies which will fall under CanSlim. You can read about the description about CanSlim, but CanSlim works wonders. And all those companies will fall into this. And based on the technicals, you can take an entry later on. So these are all the screens which will help you get the idea, because here even in the CanSlim, like if I just open this even CanSlim, not all companies will be good, but at least I got to understand that from these criteria, these are the companies. These criteria, these are the companies. Based on the chart, based on the fundamentals, you can further research and then select a idea. So this can be one idea, way of finding the ideas. So these are all the things or screens which I use on screener.in, fundamental screeners. Now there comes a website called as Tizori Finance. So Tizori Finance also, I'm a paid member of this. So here they have given a lot of features like raw materials, and it is very helpful to understand the industry and all those things. Like here they have given fertilizer, meat, paper, board, BFSI, private bank, chemical, for all the sectors they have given in detail. And they have also given raw materials for that. So based on your understanding about that commodities, it again can become an idea for you, because if you know that the product prices, if the prices for products are going to go up for alcohol and all those things, it will eventually help you to find a trend in that industry, like isopropyl alcohol, ethanol, isobutane. So if you are product specific focused person, it will help you understand the trend between that. Like see all the ferrochrome, this is where I check the prices, steel flat, what is the month prices. Now this can be a source of idea generation. So this is the website which I use, Tizori Finance. So these can become fundamental screeners. Now coming back to technical screeners, I use I use strategic alpha alerts to find technical parameters, to find technical ideas, through which once again I may come down to fundamentals through technicals to generate a high conviction idea. Now in strategic alpha alerts, this is a tool which we have created, and soon it will be made public to everyone. So strategic alpha alerts is a tool which I use to generate the ideas. Like for example, Indisil Hydro came on our technical, means price action screener alert on October 4th, 2021. The price of that stock was 26.8, and this was a weekly breakout. And through since then, the stock has become a multi-bagger from 26, because it is the time when it gave a breakout and it came on our technical radar, and stock has went up from 26 to 100 non-stop. So this is how the screeners which we have built can help us. Even Arvind Fashions came on our radar at around 200 rupees. Like Balkrishna Paper Mills, there are many companies which have came on our radar way back earlier, because not all the times you will be getting fundamental screener. There might be some times wherein through technicals you might get fundamental triggers. Sometimes through fundamentals you might get technical triggers. From triggers sometimes you might get technical analysis. So all those are correlated, put together. So through all the sources you have to generate the ideas, and you have to go ahead with the high conviction idea. But this is the tool which I use, and soon it will be made available to all the people. I use this tool to track daily breakouts, weekly breakouts, monthly breakouts, moving average crossovers over alerts. Earlier I used to do these all manually, but since past 10 months we were working on this tool, and we have built this tool to increase automation and increase efficiency in investing. So this alerts have certainly increased our efficiency in searching. Otherwise, we used to miss a lot of multi-baggers. Through these alerts, Now we are not missing any multi-baggers. The reason for that is the automation. So this is the technical screen which I use. Now comes management interviews. If you just open YouTube and search management interviews CNBC, you'll get a lot of management interviews. Otherwise, if you just open like Arvind Fashion's management interview, you'll get some or the other way, because you'll get some or the other ideas through this management interviews. This is the 8-minute old video, but it can help you understand the business. This is Shailesh Chaturvedi talking about his business, and most of the questions which normal investor has, uh, you will be able to get that through the reporters. And apart from that, the promoter themselves, you will be able to see a lot of qualitative things, because how is his response. If you just compare the promoters of AGL Tiles and Arvind Fashions or any other tile company, you will be able to understand that Asian Granite promoters is not such clean by just looking at his face and all those things. So this can be a source of idea generation. You can get a idea through these management interviews, how aggressive the promoter is, because by facial expression you will be able to gauge a lot of things. So this is what I use for idea generation through management interviews. Now comes conference calls. I do go through the con calls now on a regular basis, and through that con calls also, because annual report is 1 year old report, but con calls is every quarter. So you'll be able to get updated data, and there are a lot of smart people who are already prepared to ask the questions to the management. And all those smart people, there are a lot of smart people even than us, which can ask the management the questions which we didn't even thought of. So all those things you'll be able to get that through conference call recordings. So one of the source which I use is Trendylin. So if you go to YouTube channel of Trendylin, they have posted a lot of con call recordings, con call recordings. So this becomes a source. Then there comes a link of screener.in. Once again, I'm opening Screener. Screener is one of the most useful tool, because if you go through Screener, so if I just open Arvind Fashions, here there is con call transcript at the end, con call transcript. So if you just open this con call transcript, you'll be able to read what the management wants to say and all. So there are a lot of people who have asked smart questions, and management has answered them. So this becomes a source. There comes the con call summaries. Con calls are also available on company website. One more address is of our blog. If you have gone through our blog, there is a section called as con call summaries. How many of you have gone through that section? We have started writing con call summaries, because con calls are 30 pager, 40 pager, and 50 pager. But we have started writing con call summaries on our blog. In Treasures, if you just click the Treasures, there is con call summaries tab. So we have created all these con call summaries here. You can go through that. So this become a source of idea generation. So this is how we have created con call summaries, because 50 pager con call summary is too difficult for an investor to understand, or people might not have that much time. So we have created a summary of that con call summaries. So this becomes a source of idea, because you'll get a lot of understanding there. And in the same con call summary, you might get a understanding of other companies, what other companies are doing. So this becomes a source of idea generation. Then con call summaries are also available on BSE uploads. So these are the 10 sources through which we can generate ideas. A bonus source which I'll be talking, let us summarize the first 10. So first, social media, by connecting to the websites like Value Picker and multiple reports, annual reports, research reports, you can go through that. You'll be able to understand about other companies also. Number 3, trading events, attending the events like Carnival, and attending the events like IIC, Indian Investing Conclave. It will help you understanding, and it will help you generate various ideas. BSE Corporate Announcements, earning breakouts, merger, demerger announcement. In that, I have explained about Invest Karo India, that tool, crowdsourcing, and second, screener tool. Seventh is fundamental screeners, all those queries which I have explained, 10-year, low P, and all those screeners which I have explained there. Technical screener, weekly breakout, daily breakout, monthly breakout, management interviews, conference calls. Now comes a bonus source. This can become an important source. I used to do it earlier. Even I do that, and I have learned this from Monish Pabrai to become a shameless copycat, because Monish Pabrai says that innovators don't make money, but the people who copy those ideas and enhance on those, they make more money. And I don't blindly see, we must copy the ideas. We can copy the ideas of smart investor, but we can copy the ideas, not the conviction. Conviction should be yours. So investors I resonate with is Vijay Kedia, Ashish Kachulia, Dolly Khanna, Ashish Dhawan, Porinju, and Monish Pabrai. I used to do this earlier, wherein I used to go through all the names of these people, and used to go through the names of the stocks which they have invested in. But right now I don't do that. But this can be a source of great investment idea for finding great investment ideas, because a lot of times I have seen that my style of investing, Ashish Dhawan, Porinju, Dolly, and Ashish Kacholia, these are the names which are common always. So once I have found that pattern, I have stopped looking for the names in their portfolios. But if I get to know that, like for Arvind Fashions, I was not knowing that Ashish Dhawan is holding there. IDFC, I was not knowing that Ashish Dhawan is holding there. But at a later stage, I came to know. So that can give you a sense of small confidence if you are not following them. But at least if you want to generate some ideas, this can be a great source. But like as I said, that be a shameless copycat. Copy the ideas, but we cannot copy the conviction. Conviction has to be developed, and that the idea should be from your circle of competence, and only then it can be called as a rare high conviction idea. Otherwise, we will not be able to follow what these guys are doing, because their risk appetite is different, their pocket size is different, all those things are different. Every person is unique, and if a stock resonates with your personality, then and then only it will make you money, no matter what others are talking about. But that's the reason why, to resonate one philosophy, we are on this platform, which I say that if you are following me, please exit all the forums and all the groups and all Telegram. There is no need, because it must resonate. If you have that strategy in place, if you have that thought process in place, and if you follow a single mentor and single strategy, it will help you resonate with the stocks. So this is why I say that one should be, and I believe in power of one. So these are all the steps which we discussed, through which we will be able to get the ideas generated on various forums, and some or the other day, because doing all these things, if you get 2 to 3 great ideas in a year, it is well enough. It is well enough. So this was all about the sources. Now let us talk about the course of action. So course of action, if you are not registered for this workshop, I have given this link. I'll be posting this on Telegram also. You can go through that link and you can attend this workshop once again to refresh yourself. What is the process which we are following to be on the path of techno value investing? So this is the course of action which I want you to do. So this is the funnel. This is the funnel link, and you can go there and register for the workshop. It's a free workshop for first 100 registrants. So you can register for that workshop. Now, if you are not subscribed to the blog, first and foremost, you must subscribe to this, because whatever we are sharing, whatever we are finding out, we are putting that on blog. Are you getting regular blog posts on your mails? Yes. If you're not subscribed to the blog, first and foremost, what you need to do is subscribe to this blog. If you just click on any other blog, there will be a join now button. If you just click there, you'll be, if you put your details, you'll get subscribed to this blog. If you are not subscribed to YouTube, go and check Strategic Alpha YouTube channel and subscribe to that, so that most of the thing which we put in will be helpful for you, and you'll be on a same path where we want to take this community to. If you are not followed us on Twitter, follow the Twitter handle. I regularly post a lot of insights on Twitter. This is the ID Strategic Alpha. So if you have not gone through that, you can subscribe to the Twitter handle. So this was all about today's session.